Back at it again with your favorite G's. What is going on, Will?
What's going on, Darren? Chilling, bro.
Man, not a not a thing, man. You know what I'm doing right now? I am enjoying my mortgage and I am enjoying all of this money I just spent to be in this house because I'm
As you
spent,
should,
bro.
bro. As you should, literally and figuratively.
Literally, and it's been 5 years, bro.
Yeah,
On the dot. Oh my goodness, that's probably low key a funny
it
story
has
to
been
tell
five
too.
years. Yeah, we can tell that story because that's a story for sure.
That is
But yeah,
crazy.
man. Speaking about today, I am fresh from the gym. Like just walked in the crib 10 minutes ago.
Man, just in
But we
case people
here.
ever doubted us, we actually do this. We be hooping.
Man, I was hooping. Shot was dropping today. Looking at the after the game, looked at the phone.
Mhm.
8:27. I was like, oh, I need to get home.
Man, what shoes did you bring with you today?
Ooh, so I had some Puma Rise Nitro, the
Hmm.
DeAndre Ayton player editions. They were at the Puma outlet for $31.
Fire or nah?
Super, super. They definitely your speed. I'll send you a picture after that. That's definitely your speed. You like the mid top Pumas kind of
Yeah, nah.
type
I
thing.
remember. That's for sure something we do. So Will is across country. Anytime I fly to Orlando, there's really only Spirit flights, and y'all know how much Spirit be charging and taxing for some bags. So anytime I just go out there, it makes more sense for me to just pick up some shoes at Burlington, Ross, instead of paying a whole 150.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is with Orlando, but the inventory is out here when it comes to basketball sneakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Because every time you find, I don't know how you got the best luck. Really,
I
I'm
do.
sorry. I be going in these stores and I don't see nothing at all except for some size 18s, and that's really it.
I do. Whenever I go, I'm like, let me check if they got a 13 for Darren. And for the most part, they do. They usually do. I'm looking at the Pumas I got for you right now, the Venice Beach ones.
Oh yeah. Oh
Should
yeah.
I should I make a cameo
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right here? Man, yours came with the box and everything.
Okay.
Mine didn't have mine had like the top cut off.
Oh man, I hate when they do that at outlets though.
No,
Oh yeah. Hey, those is clean.
they are. I got a pair of $31.
Clean.
We were at this Venice Beach Pro Am when they debuted these shoes, and I went over to the van and asked them how much they were. They said like 140. I thought about it for a second as like a souvenir. Like I'm at Venice
Hmm.
Beach, I might as well buy these like exclusive shoes, but decided against it, and I'm glad I did because they popped up 2 months later at the outlet for $31. So
Basically the same effect, right?
yeah, I saw them. So
I
yeah,
was there.
yeah, I was there.
Oh man.
What's up?
Uh yeah. Oh, the story. All right. So it's been almost 5 years on the dot. Thanksgiving, it will be 5 years. So what had happened was, and I feel like I tell the story a lot, but so what had happened was me, young, I was 24 at the time. Just got a house. I was living in an apartment that was literally across the street from my job. So at the same time, I had a job and I had my apartment. And bad omen, should have known the house closed on 9/11. Did not put two and two together. Should have pushed it a day. But looking back on it, hindsight's 2020, right? And so house closes on 9/11. I'm in a lease for the year, so I couldn't break my lease unless I had somebody else take over my lease, basically, right? And so I had to find somebody to take over my lease, but I'm not gonna move in my house right then and there because like I walk to work. I literally walk out my front door and it's like 100 steps to get to my job. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. All my stuff's here. I don't really feel like moving it. Cool. Waited for the Thanksgiving break that we have. I move all of my stuff into the house literally that weekend, and I give my keys and whatever to the new subleaser. Cool. Everything's cool. Great. Monday comes around. all of my stuff is in the living room. It's a Spanish style home, so the living room is on the right side of the house, and it's like segregated by itself. And then there's a bedroom in the middle, and that's where I'm staying. So all my stuff is in this living room and this bedroom. House was built in like 1916. Um, cool. Got in Monday. Everything's fine. It is like cold in LA at this point in time. Think nothing of it. There's a heater in the house. It's one of those floor space heaters. Cool. Turn on the heater, warms up the house. I go to bed. The fire alarm goes off. Go check. It's like, all right, cool. Nothing. It's just like the heat's trapped. It's an old ass house. That's what I'm thinking. Cool. Take off the fire alarm.
This man took off the fire alarm. You took off the fire alarm.
Took off the fire alarm. Go to bed. Next day, same thing basically happens. I do the same thing. Cool. So this is now Tuesday. No, it has to be Wednesday night. So this is now Wednesday night. I have officially moved all of my stuff in the house. I have officially like I'm off of work. Everything's good. Cool. So me
For 3 days.
for 3 days.
3
So
days.
I am going about my business all throughout the day. I am, shopping. I'm doing all of the things. And then at night, there is this church that opens up and we have pickup basketball. Now, I'm gonna just warn you and say right now, every time I go to this church, something bad happens. So I need to stop going there first and foremost to hoop with them. One time I went there, I hyperextended my knee, and this time I'm about to tell you about it's crazy. So, so I go to the church, I hoop. It's like a late night thing. They open up at like 9 o'clock at night, and everybody comes in there and plays. So I go there, play basketball, think nothing of it. I have a flight in the morning. It's at like 4 a.m., I want to say. So I have a flight at 4 a.m. I am going to watch Will's brother play basketball in some Thanksgiving league or some Thanksgiving tournament, right, in Vegas. And you're like, hey, come. You're like, you're right across the street. You can come to Vegas, hang out with us. Oh yeah, bet. Of course. I love watching basketball. And obviously you guys are basically my family. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Whatever. $50 flight. So I'm like, all right, oh man, I have to get back home. I have to pack all my stuff. So it is now 10, 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I pack all of my stuff. I do my nightly routine. So I wear contacts. So I take out my contacts. I brush my teeth, do all of the things. I go to bed at 11 o'clock. So I am, in that first stages of sleep. I'm like, I'm just going to get a quick nap in because my flight is at 4. I stay 15 minutes away from the airport. I'm thinking I can get in 2, 3 hours maybe before I have to get on the flight. So I go to bed. Not even, I want to say 30, 40 minutes, the fire alarm goes off. And I'm like, damn, this again? I was like, am I going to have to stay in this old ass house and take off the fire alarm every single time? And mind you, I think it was my ancestors. Somebody keeps telling me like, hey, put that fire alarm back on every night because this is an old ass house. This shit might go up in flames.
And
So
we're immune to the fire alarm beep anyway.
right.
When the battery is dying.
So I wake up out of bed. I go to get like the chair that I stand on to take off the fire alarm. I look up. I was like, hold on, this it's a little gray. Now, mind you, I got my contacts out, so I'm just thinking, oh, it must be like one of them eye boogers, whatever. So I'm rubbing my eyes to go walk to turn off the heater. So I turn off the heater, and I was like, all right, cool, everything should be good. Let me go back over there and pull out the fire. I look, I was like, hold on, this is getting darker. Like, so I'm in the middle of the house. I was like, oh shoot, something might be on fire. And in my head, so let me tell you what this house came with. This house came with an extra garbage disposal and a fire extinguisher. So I'm thinking, I've always wanted to pull the little pins on, on a fire extinguisher and just like, I don't know why. I feel like it would be a fun thing to do. So I'm like, all right, let me go assess the situation. That's probably what I'm gonna do, right? When I tell you there's a caddy corner to like walk through the house. So I look to my left. I was like, this is above my pay grade. I'm over here fumbling with the door to get out of the house. Mind you, I am in my pajamas. I am uh, no drawers, just pajama bottoms and a t-shirt. I walk out the house. I finally get the door open. There's a long like pathway to get to my front door. So I walk down this long pathway. I'm like, oh, whew, yeah, I made it out alive. Cool. Realized I didn't have my phone. Realized I didn't have no shoes on. So
This man defied all logic, all logic, all advice.
so I turn my happy ass around and I go grab my phone. And I grab my phone and I grab some shoes and I walk out the side door. Cool, great. I'm out. Whew, great. Whew, all right, yeah, made it 2 times. So I was like, called the fire department, called 911. So the first time I've ever called 911, like when I'm supposed to. And I was like, I was like, hey, yeah, my house is on fire. She's like, oh, let me direct you to the fire department. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Direct me to the fire department. I was like, hey, my house is on fire. They were like, okay, where do you live? I told them where I lived, and they were like, oh, that's the wrong jurisdiction. I gotta transfer you over to somewhere else. I was like, sir, my house is on fire. He's like, no, don't worry about it. Transferred me over. I was like, hey, my house is on fire. They was like, oh, okay, we'll be on the way. Give me your address. Cool. So I'm just sitting outside looking at the house on, when I say on fire. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dang.
It was like the waiting to exhale scene when Shorty was walking away from the burning car, except it was just your house.
Yes. And I'm sitting in the middle of the street just flabbergasted. I'm like, what the? How did this? Oh my God. I was like, oh, I'm so, I don't know why. First thing that came to my mind was, my mom gonna be so mad at me.
Your mom gonna be mad that the house burned down.
My mama gonna be so mad at me. Is the first thing that came to my mind. And so usually when bad things happen, I don't call my mom because my mom overreacts to everything. Like she takes everything to the umpteenth degree. I love that about her because obviously it shows that she cares. And sometimes it's just fun to mess with her and tell her like things to get her riled up. But anyways, so I always call my dad. So I pick up the phone. I called my dad. My mom picks up the phone. I was like, oh. And I was like, Mom, the house is on fire. She said, boy, quit playing. Like she just rolled out of bed. She was like, boy, quit playing. Now is not the time for that. She said, quit playing. I was like, no, 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 no. Mom, the house is on fire. She said, stop, Darren, stop playing. And I was like, do you want me to FaceTime you? Kenny! Kenny! The house is oh no, my baby! Oh my goodness. And then after that point, like it's up in flames. Like I didn't feel like the need to go back and get anything. I was like, you know what? It's up now. Like I'm looking at it. I was like, it's up. So I'm over here taking Instagram videos and Snapchats and being an idiot, like a jokester like I am. I'm over here playing Young Thugs, everything lady. Y'all love it.
Man, and then when you finish, I need to tell it from my perspective.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. And so to basically to wrap it up, my parents came because yeah, they came. They lived close enough to come. My uncle lives literally down the street. He didn't know I bought the house at the time. He was like, oh yeah, I just followed the fire department. And then so at that point in time, I was like, well, the house is on fire. I was like, dang, I wonder if they can get my passport. I got a flight in the morning. So I go over there. I was tapping the one of the fire. I was like, hey man, can you get my passport and my wallet? They right there on the ledge. Can you grab my he was like, what? He was like, sir,
Bro,
your house is on fire right now. I was like, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna go nowhere. Can you go grab my passport? Can you at least take my passport? He was like, I'll see what I could do. And then come back like 5 minutes later with my passport, my wallet. And I was like, bet. Cool. Go to my uncle's house, shower. My parents had brought clothes, grab the clothes. I literally, the fire, they put out the fire. I had like a bunch. I had a bunch of sneakers, but I had like 2 specific sneakers in a box. I'm low key a sneakerhead, right? Because they were in the box, they were perfectly preserved. And I was like, I could have died tonight. Let me unstock these, undead stock these.
You was definitely gonna sell the Travis
I,
Scott sixes.
I
Somebody
was for
decided.
sure gonna sell the Travis Scott sixes.
He decided, you
I
know
was
what? Got to put them
what?
on now.
I was like, yo, let me put these on right now. So I grabbed my shoes or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I still got time. And then I was like, all right. So I was like, I went to the fire chief. I was like, all right, cool. My parents got this. I gotta go catch a flight. He said, you finna catch a flight at a time like this? I was like, he was like, you know, people come and steal. I was like, what they gonna steal, sir? What they gonna steal? Everything on fire. They can have whatever they can find. It's crazy. And hopped on a flight, pulled up, and watched the games, and like nothing happened.
That's exactly what happened. So from my perspective, it was 2 a.m. I'd already been in Vegas for a few hours at this point because I landed a little bit earlier. So I take a shower. I'm laying down in the hotel room. Darren texts me, "Hey, bro, my house is on fire." And so I'm like, "This is strange," because I know Darren is not the type of dude to like make excuses to get out of a situation. He would have just been like, "Hey, can't make it." I was like, "Damn, this is a new one." And then he sent the video. He sent the video of the house literally burning down, and I was like, "Oh, well, obviously." I was like, "Well, obviously he's not coming now. He got to deal with that." And he was like, "I'm on my way to the airport though," and just pulled up. We were in Vegas. He had like 2 shirts or one big ass pair of True Religion jeans, and yeah, a backpack to his name.
Man, man, I forgot I had the orange Miami hoodie. them, them like oh 08 True Religion,
I
True
was about
Religion
to
jeans
say
on.
the Chief Chief era True Religion jeans.
Hey, dang, that is crazy.
Yep,
Wow. Wow, yeah, that was funny, man. Yeah,
good
the little
times,
anniversary of that is coming up. That's crazy. Man,
good times.
yeah. Yeah, your dad still calls me Fuego. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I love the way you handled that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other people would have gave excuses. He was like, but you, man, you showed up. He's like, your name my phone Fuego now.
Yep.
Oh man,
But I
that's
mean, but
funny.
realistically, like, what are you gonna do? Like, be sad?
Bro, I'm not dead. That's the only thing that was in my head. I was like, well,
Truly. And you got your phone.
yeah, low key. I think realistically, so literally my whole life was like in that room. Uh, and so I was like, well, I didn't even think about going back in there and grab that stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do? Really? What am I going to run back in there and try to save? I got my phone, I got my passport, and my wallet, bro. We Gucci. I buy whatever else back. Like
Yeah,
this, yeah, your life you can't change.
for sure.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, man. Well, I'm glad we have to share a personal story today.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's a story we reminisce on frequently, and whenever we together, we just end up telling people that story, and
Yeah,
it's just a funny situation the way it went down. But I
honestly, really
think we
crazy.
can, yeah, use that as a good point to segue into our content now, right?
Yeah, of course. We can do that. Speaking of burning houses, the Lakers, they in trouble?
Oh my god!
what's, what's going on? What's going on with the
Listen,
Lakers?
listen. So the way the team is constructed right now, the Lakers are simply not deep enough. If either LeBron or AD, either one of them, if either one of them is out, we will most likely lose because there's not enough firepower. Other teams, like the Celtics, they could go down to their 11th man and get production. Our 11th man is Bronny.
Yeah, that's probably 15.
Either way, what the hell are we gonna do, bro?
What happened to
Cam Reddish.
AR? What happened
Okay,
to
look, I'm
D'Lo?
so they're solid.
They not solid enough to help y'all.
Okay, not no, but no, they're not solid enough to make up for just like a very bad supporting cast. The bench is super weak. The best player off the bench is probably between Jackson Hayes and the new rookie Dalton Connect.
So that's two. What happened to Gabe
Who?
Vincent?
I mean, Gabe Vincent, he's not Miami Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent played like what, 3, 5 games last year.
Hmm.
He got to be. I don't know the stats, but he must be averaging somewhere between 3 and 5 points a game. I'm gonna look that up right now just to prove my point because he is not producing, bro. 3.1 points, 1 rebound, point 0.6 assists on 28.6% from the field. That's trash. If you want to average three, at least shoot a good percentage. I mean, damn. So you feel me? Like at least with 60% if you're gonna average three. But anyway, yeah. So there's only so much that they could do with the roster. AD was injured, so 39-year-old LeBron had to take over. He gave it his best shot. He gave it his best shot.
So who do y'all need?
We need a solid bench. Like, just think about all the dudes on the Celtics bench. Just transplant them.
But who out in the market could you guys realistically get? And I mean, if
So
the bench is so trash, what assets do you have to trade to get? I mean, you just said Gabe Vincent only giving y'all 3 points. So if I'm a GM, I'm not gonna pick up this man,
no, we don't
right?
want. Yeah, no, that's not even like a discussion. We could just waive him if it's possible. But Lonnie Walker, who the Lakers had, maybe was it last season? Was it last season or 2 seasons ago? I forget. Very solid. He was solid for the Celtics, but he got cut because they're just so deep. They're so deep that they didn't need a dude who would average an efficient 11 points off the bench.
Hmm.
And now he's overplaying in like Greece or something. I don't know why the Lakers didn't make a move. Maybe because they didn't have the budget or the roster was already contracts were already signed and whatnot. So I don't know, but that to me is kind of indicative that we need more teams in the NBA when we have like talented dudes like that who could probably start on a lot of teams, just simply don't have jobs because it's just so deep right now in the NBA. So need some expansions. But back to the Lakers, yeah, man, I don't know.
Do you think I've been hearing some some rumblings that D'Lo one deserves to be benched and or traded to a team where he could be that scoring point guard?
Ooh. So the thing is, benched for who? I just told you bench was trash. Bench for who? And because he's not shooting well right now, but
Hmm.
through it all, he's still a good point guard. He's a good facilitator. He runs the floor. He, calls plays, runs plays. He's a playmaker. And that's kind of invaluable, especially on a team like that. So the shots will eventually start falling. Everybody, he's a good shooter. He's been a good shooter his whole career. He'll not even regress to the mean. He'll progress to the mean in this case, I guess. So he'll eventually shake back and get right. But like you can't bench him. Like bench him for who? He's the point guard.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So y'all need a few pieces. I personally, I probably would trade him.
I mean, we could, but like who for who?
Somebody who's less.
Less inconsistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like those people they're a hot commodity. A consistent playmaker point guard.
Man. Yeah. That's a tough spot to be in.
It
I mean,
is.
somebody. I'm trying to think of really who somebody you guys would need. First person I just keep coming to my mind is Rondo. Y'all should never let that man retire.
Nah, no, but Rondo.
Rondo's one of my favorite players as well. That's why
Yeah,
he.
Rondo is nice, but for right now in 2024, no,
And boy,
no,
I yeah.
no.
And boy, man, yeah. I guess, man. Do you guys think you'll bounce back, be able to make it to the playoffs? You think JJ has the ability as a coach to get you guys back in line?
Yeah, I think the team is still a playoff team,
Hmm.
but I just think they can only go so far with the current roster. So maybe some mid-season moves, like the I think was it 2 seasons ago where they went and got Rui Hachimura and I think they got deep. Was that when they got D'Lo like mid season and he was like on fire?
It might have been.
I don't know. I forget all the acquisitions and Jared Vanderbilt and came back and made it to like the conference finals or was it maybe it was semifinals? I forget. It was like 2 years ago. But if they make some mid season moves, hopefully they'll be able to get back. I still think it's a playoff team, but not a not a
Not a deep
championship.
run.
Yeah, maybe a semifinal run just off the strength of having LeBron and AD if they get there. But yeah,
A team that I didn't think was going to be a playoff contention team, but is looking like a real playoff contention team is going to be the Warriors. That is the game of the week that I watched, and them boys was balling. Buddy
for
Hield
sure.
definitely fit into this group,
Oh my god, perfect.
looking
But
like
think
this.
about it, like of course he would fit in. Like he's just if you look at like the volume and percentages over the past like 5 years, it's like Steph Curry and then Buddy Hield, like right here.
Yeah,
So of course he would fit perfectly in that system.
yeah. And
But
it
yeah,
was
they
supposed to
they
be
look
a
good.
it was supposed to be a revenge game for the Celtics. I thought that Tatum was finna get busy. He started
Yeah,
off
he
slow.
did. He did get
He's,
busy, but they
yes, he started off slow, and then they started making a push at the end. I thought he was gonna come out with the belt to ass. I thought he was really gonna put up a 50. I texted you. I was like, hey. I was like, do you see the game? He was like, what revenge game? I was like, you remember coach gave him a bunch of DMPs in the Olympics, and then Jalen Brown got the Olympic snub. I thought he was gonna come out. They both were gonna come out and just do them boys. But Jalen Brown didn't play. So that was a little bit of a knock. Uh, but yeah, no, it was a good game at the end of the game. But yeah, I thought Jason Tatum was gonna be out here just balling out of
going
control.
yeah.
But it's sometimes it's tough to overcome a slow start, especially if you're playing a team with Steph Curry. I don't know. It's just so weird to watch Steph Curry play, just be running around
He doesn't stop
cashing.
moving. He doesn't stop moving. I need to figure out what his cardio routine is because I feel like it, any skill level, if you could just go to the pickup gym and just simply just run around and get open, they'll probably pick you up because you might end up just getting a free layup off of just like moving.
I hate guarding that guy. You know
I'm
that and pickup. There's specific people that you hate to guard, and I might even make this a whole little thing on ranking these people. So there is the person who sweats too much. Like, bro, why are you sweating through your t-shirt?
and
Like,
not only that, that person will 9 times out of 10 be playing shirtless.
yes,
Like I can't even guard you because you're so slippery.
I'm not even trying to guard you. Like, bro, like move.
That's nasty. Like, come on,
Let's go. Bro, we
bro.
just come here for leisurely hooping. And you out here just,
Like
yeah,
you put the forearm and they just slide off you.
yeah, ridiculous. So, sweaty dude, the dude who play football, like, come on, man. Like, stop fouling me. It's, bro, it's a non-contact sport.
It's
Uh,
a contact sport, but not like that.
yeah, yeah, no, like, there is no need for you to be trying. Like, I got past you.
It's over.
It's over. It's also pickup, bro. It's over.
Yeah, it's over. You can't get a chase down block like LeBron.
I
Let it
be
go.
over here. Is that boy coming? Oh man. And then the dude who is too active. Like, bro, like calm down. Like, why are you running? Why 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 are you doing so much? Like, and I'm not saying like don't run to get the cardio. I'm just saying you're running just to run. You don't even have the ball in your hands. Like your team is really not trying to pass you the ball or anything like that. Gets on my nerves. Stop doing that. And on defense, they be way too active. It's like, man, come on. Like
That's the
we're not
worst
getting
when
scouted out here.
it's the first game and the dude is already in your chest. Like I didn't even get a chance to get loose yet, and now I'm just
I
gonna be
didn't,
locked up. Like
I didn't get a chance to wake up.
yeah, you
Who?
hoop at like 4 a.m. That's different.
Yeah, the other dude, the dude I hate playing with, is the guy who thinks he's nice, but he's really not nice.
It's okay to not be nice. You just have to know it and accept it.
it's okay to not be nice. But then when you add on top of that, you think you know what you're talking about, but you don't know nothing. Man, you should have did this. You should have, bro. I'm telling you, you got, man, sir. You had one basket in 4 games. Who are you talking to?
You're not a point guard. You out here.
oh, oh man, that dude would be
And
the
then,
worst.
so basketball is easy. Like we're not running plays. There's no strategy. You catch the ball. If you're open, shoot it. If you can beat your man, make a move. If you can't, pass. If you get doubled, pass. That's it.
Especially in pickup for sure.
That's it. No, that's the game. That's it. There's nothing else to it. But when you try to act like you're Rondo, disasters happen.
Yeah, but those the worst people to play with in pickup for sure. Oh, I guess back to the NBA. Playing
Real
games,
hoopers. That's a real
real
hooper.
hoopers. Actually, not playing games. Embiid got suspended. Somebody said, "Why would you suspend him for not wanting to play games and make him
Somebody
not
said
play?"
if you wanted to punish him, you should have made him play 3 straight. They said the real punishment would have been like, you know what? You got to play 3 games straight, no rest.
you know, you have to come in and actually do your job.
Hmm.
Do what you're getting paid for.
Yeah, I understand why he crashed out though.
You do?
Yeah, the dude was talking about his dead brother.
I didn't know the comment specifically, but the way that somebody posed it was like he was just adding additional context, and he kind of took it to the extreme. But again, still,
Exactly. I mean, I get it if you're gonna, especially if that's like a sore spot for him. If he said like,
exactly.
oh, like I play to honor my brother's legacy, and the dude's gonna be like, how you honoring it when you don't play? He might deserve more than a push.
True. I wouldn't be poking the bear, especially when my job is tied to this. I gotta talk to this man multiple times a year. I want to have a good rapport.
And he's 7'1", 300. So I mean, that also kind of factors
Yeah,
into it.
yeah,
That's a big
yeah.
dude.
You probably are shaping educated, but still. Oh man. Oh, did you watch the not watch, but did you see the altercation in the Kings when Drake was on the sideline and Demarcus, not Demarcus, Demar,
Demar,
yeah, just walked by him and Drake was talking mess.
corny. Drake is one of the corniest dudes on the planet. I know I talk a lot about Big Sean being corny, but Big Sean is like he's like Uncle Corny. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, man, be quiet.
Hmm.
But Drake is like annoying corny. Like he thinks he's funny and tough and all that, and it's just
I think it's just because he has such a wide audience, and by having a wide audience, you have to be very likable and agreeable. That it makes him seem softer than what he is what
it makes it makes Drake seem softer than what he is.
it makes him have to be like softer than what he is. Like it makes you, the perception of him is that he's soft, right?
I feel like if he was just his authentic self, he wouldn't have beef with anybody because that's just not him.
But also, could he not have those problems with people? Honestly, if somebody was dancing in a video where somebody called me a child person, a person who's attracted to children, I
Yeah,
would, I would, I would feel some type of way. And if I saw him, I might let a couple of words fly as well. So I'm not saying that it was, well, I think the joke with Loki was corny though. Yeah,
take it
if you're
down
gonna
from
say
the
you need to
rafters.
put his name in the rafters, I will go down and pull it down myself. Like, yeah, okay, that's corny. But the sideline altercation, I would have given him a free pass on that one. Not free pass as in if I was Demar, I wouldn't have said something back, but free
I don't
pass
know.
as in
That's low key. I would have been embarrassed if my name is attached to any allegations of that sort. I'm trying to delete that from the public ASAP. I'm not. What's up, Demar?
Nah, I'm not dapping that man up at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm not
I'm
dapping
not
that man.
that
That's
up, but
uh,
I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just let it pass because
honestly,
I
I'm richer than that man. I'm not saying nothing. Honestly, I don't think he should have said anything in any beef at all.
he
I'm
shouldn't.
richer and more popular than you. You taking shots at the king. You only gonna get some attention from me if I really want to give you some. But
And
nah, that's
he's like 37 and a father. Like, just chill out.
I'm 37, a billionaire, and got a father with a star. I'm I'm trying to live my best life, unfazed. There was a Dom Kennedy song. He's like, I don't want no drama in my life unless the drama is Naomi Campbell. He said, I don't want to see no guns. Just leave me alone and out of the drama.
Facts.
But
Imagine having beef. Couldn't be me.
man, there was I think I sent you this video earlier where the guy was like, I'm 25 years stronger, minding my own business.
Yep.
Oh, no, I see everything.
Hmm.
I just mind my own business. 100% us, for sure.
Beef. Like, I think it was on Tuesday. There was a fight at the LA Fitness.
The one that you went to?
Hmm. Yep. Two dudes started scrapping, and I'm just standing at the top of the key with my hands on my hips, looking like, imagine fighting over pickup basketball.
They ain't got nothing else to do. I need some excitement in my life.
The excitement, my excitement is going to the LA Fitness to hoop.
my, my excitement is starting beef.
I'm,
I want to scrap. Oh,
I'm just
that
waiting
also
for
is add that to the list. The dude who argues
the dude
every
who
single call,
argues every
add
call
him
on
to
one.
the
Like,
list.
and the dude who argues every call is also the one calling like the non-fouls. Undefeated every time.
I hate being on the team with those people because they on your team, so you can't say nothing. You like,
If you
hey man,
do,
that wasn't a foul.
it makes you feel like the sportsmanship commercial.
Coach, I touched the ball.
Like, coach, it was off me. Coach, I touched the ball.
Oh man, I just be like, shoot for it, shoot for it, shoot for it.
Hmm.
Hurry up, shoot for it. I don't really care because the faster we get through these games, the more cardio, the more game. Like like y'all doing too much. Yeah.
Slow it down and get some stamina back.
I also want to say I think you go to a ghetto LA Fitness, even though all LA
Ooh,
Fitnesses is ghetto.
they are kind of all ghetto, but no, I go to the nice one. It was that one we went to with the big, like full 94 feet, and
Oh
it
yeah,
was that one. Yeah, it's not ghetto at all. All the other LA Fitnesses is like you play wall is out because the gym is so small.
yeah. But also, did you say you just met a man? And he was like, "Hey, bro, let me hold $20."
Yeah,
Yeah, this might be a little ghetto.
yeah.
Uh,
Maybe I'm
well,
gonna still keep going though.
all right. Well, we know what time it is. It is everybody's favorite segment, highly requested segment on this pod. It is time for the Big Sean Blunder of the week.
All right. So this lyric is from the song "Talk Show" from the 2088 dual album he made with Janae Aiko. So the bar goes, you got these people inside our business like you and I is. You probably didn't even catch that, did you? Just the fact that he thought that people wouldn't pick up on that surface level bar. You got these people in our business like you and I is. Yeah, you probably didn't even catch that, did you?
uh, First and foremost, I love the whole 2088 album, so I'm a little biased. Do I think this is a bar? I would give it a
Oh, what?
5.
No, no, you don't.
It's
No, you
average.
don't. How? That's the most basic, and he really thought he did something there.
I
So yeah, cause get it, cause you and I are letters in the word business.
Ah, yeah. Nah,
That's
it
clever.
should have been.
You didn't even catch that, did you? And he said that you didn't even get.
You think it should have been more of the real G's moving silence like lasagna?
Well, yeah, because that's actually clever. Like, that's a
Yeah,
good one, and it's because he didn't like explicitly
I
lay
had
it
to
out.
let you
You know,
know.
the G is silent, and yeah, yeah.
And I can think of another bar that's like that where Drake was like, and this one actually took me a while to get. He's like, things ain't always what they seem when they sew together. And I was like, things ain't always what they seem. So, oh,
You need to expand.
yeah,
You need to
yeah.
expand the
No,
sense of
I mean,
human.
I think it's average. I give it an average bar, but the people will let me know.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
leave
they
it up to the
will.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get. Oh, speaking of Wayne, did you see any clips from the Lil Louisiana Fest or whatever it was called, where you had the Hot Boys reunion?
I did not because honestly, it kind of makes me sad watching Wayne now.
Why you say that?
He doesn't look that healthy these days, and also he just like forgets his own bars frequently.
See, see, I was thinking I was the only one who noticed this man's cheeks, pause, on his face were abnormally large. I was like, hey, what's going on with Lil Wayne? I- What's going on with Wayne? And then as well, I thought, yes, of course, go with Wayne for the New Orleans. Obviously, New Orleans, you gotta put him in there, right? Because that's his city, that's his people. Everybody gonna show up. It's hip hop. It makes so much sense. And Kendrick just did basically with the LA Rams and the West Coast. So why would you just have him come on again? What new songs is he gonna do? Oh, that one song. Are we really gonna stay here for that one song? Um, but yeah, I see where you're going. And then also, I saw I saw Orlando Brown, or yeah, that's his name, Orlando Brown, talking about it. He was like, Lil Wayne's is gonna be up on stage. He'd be like, and I was like, dang, that's so disrespectful.
Do you know
And
how
then Lil
crazy
Wayne
it
came
is
out
to
and was
you
like,
that you got
he was like,
Orlando Brown telling you that? That's the thing, though. I halfway think Orlando Brown is just trolling, and he's
oh, he
100%.
for sure is. I
Yeah,
think he
he's
is.
100% sentient. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah. But nah, he was right on that one. He was like, yeah, he's just gonna be out there. And then there was a clip of him just going out there like, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. This would have been a bad look.
don't do lean, kids.
Yeah, man.
Don't do
It,
lean.
it, see, rappers and drugs, like they produce some of their best art on drugs, and but you want them to be healthy, but you don't want them to be on drugs. So it's like a push and pull there. Like Chance, the rapper, is I want to say the poster child for this acid rap. Chance, the rapper, chef's kiss. I think I love my wife. Chance the rapper. It's trash.
What is it? I love my
Get
wife.
that out of here.
You gotta do this.
I love my wife. Oh, I did not want to hear none of that. Zero.
Nah,
No, they're not even married. It's crazy.
that's the thing. Is like you should have just he could have just walked away and hung it up if that was the stage in his life that he was at. It's okay to leave at the top.
Man, lead a game. That's what Rihanna did. She came out with Anti, and people to this day is waiting for a new album. She done made $1 billion off makeup, and people was like, "Yo, so about this new album?"
She like there is no new album. She
There
done
is
started a family.
none. Yeah, she done had kids.
It's over with.
Oh, she ain't stepped back in the booth yet. Is what it feels like. She probably
Mhm.
had. I like. Do you think it's a thing where it's like Auntie was tier, like top tier, that she's just like, I don't think I can top it. Nah.
I doubt it. I think maybe she's just done.
Yeah.
Why
Honestly,
not?
I don't
She
blame
got
her.
$1 billion off to make. Like, come on, bro. If I saw that I had $1 billion, there would be no more output from me in life. Like it would just be straight just consumption. It would just be me buying things, me spending money, me,
Trying to see how
I
fast you can get to zero.
yeah, because I wouldn't be able to. But yeah, I would, I would just be donating, but there would be no like productive output. I would just be living life how I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
If
I
you
get
had a
it.
billion, why would you do your job?
Yeah, I definitely would do something different. I don't know if it wouldn't be considered a job for me. It would be something I would want to do, obviously, because
Well, her
money buys you
different
this
her
time.
different thing is just chilling out, starting a family.
Yeah, but we the fans. We want to hear new music.
Man, she don't care about that.
Man, get in the booth. Man, get in the booth. Oh man. Oh, so speaking of music, we both, like I said, we always listen to kind of like the same speed of music, same people. Uh, Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. Give me your initial thoughts on this.
Initial thoughts. So I actually walked in with very high expectations just because the previous two or three albums that dropped that day that I listened to were absolute garbage.
What were the two albums?
Love is Rage 2 or 3, whatever the hell, by Uzi, garbage. Like he might have went 0 for 16 on that one.
Oh, wow.
It was bad.
That's crazy.
It was bad. The only song that I halfway liked was Perky Sex. And
Mhm.
I say halfway because how can I co-sign that? Song's called Perky Sex. Yeah. Sounded good,
Okay.
but anyway, it was that. Who else? West Side Gun.
That man's really hit or miss. I'm
It was a
I'm
miss.
I'm a Griselda fan,
Same.
and yeah.
It was a miss. So I listened to that. 0 for 11,
Mhm.
whatever. So I'm like, all this music from these artists who I halfway follow and halfway like, all these songs, and I didn't like one. So I walked in like Freddie Gibbs better save the day. It's like this better be best album of the week right now. And it was. It was. I mean, he's very consistent, very solid. I feel like at worst, Freddie Gibbs is going to be like a 7 out of 10.
Mhm.
And yeah, but no, he really came out strong on this one. I think my favorite song on it was Rabbit Island.
I would say my favorite song on there is Wolverine.
Hmm. Really, the litmus test is when he starts off the verse with slamming. It's gonna be a hit.
It's gonna be a hit.
Yeah,
As soon as you hear that, it's gonna be a hit.
slamming. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me turn this up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nah. You told me because I was oblivious that he dropped it. That hey, check out the Freddie Gibbs tape. When I say Freddie Gibbs delivered, I have been listening to that on repeat. Definitely, I would give it. I would say 8.5.
Strong.
Strong 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Freddie does that, and I want to say, looking at his overall discography, he hasn't really missed in at least 5 years. Yeah, multiple, more than 5 years. Freddie Gibbs is nice.
That's so. Look, one of my friends was like, "That Freddie Gibbs album was tough. This might be the closest thing he had to a classic." And I was like, "I'm not gonna lie, Freddie might have like 6 classics." And I named off. I was like, Alfredo,
Yep,
Bandana,
yep,
Fetty,
yep,
Pinata,
yep.
and he was like, "Oh wow, I forgot he had like that much music."
Fetty with Currency,
Yeah, yeah, I named that one for sure.
top
That's
tier,
collab
top tier.
match made in heaven right there.
Now Freddie, because he was in a beef with another one of my favorite rappers, I have to ask you this question: Freddie Gibbs or Benny the Butcher? If you had to pick one, who are you going with?
I'm going Freddie Gibbs
Mm,
because if I could make this like an NBA analogy,
Please.
Freddie Gibbs is Derek White. He's always going to be consistent. He'll always deliver, even if it's not a hit. If the shots aren't falling, he'll still play defense. Still be solid. Benny the Butcher is D'Angelo Russell.
Mm.
The highs are high and the lows are extremely low.
So
Very inconsistent. He'll drop one album and go 8 for 10. The next one go 0 for 20.
so the only thing I'm looking at this. So okay, so if I'm going Freddie Gibbs versus Benny the Butcher, in a basketball analogy, I would go Freddie Gibbs is more Tim Duncan and Benny the Butcher is more KG. I feel like Freddie Gibbs is that smooth, consistent, high game, right? But Benny the Butcher is KG where that it his presence is felt on tracks, right?
Yeah,
I
KG wasn't taking L's like that.
I think that Benny, I'm looking at the discographies back to back. All right, let's go. Let's go. I have I'm just gonna start it with
You gotta start in like 2015 or something. You can't start
yeah, I'm
with
not gonna start all
you know
of them.
these dudes old.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, Tana Talk 3, fire on there. Uh, then you got Burden of Proof. Burden of Proof is for me. I would give that album a 9. Burden of Proof.
Which one was that?
That's the one where he is like this, like on the album cover. It has on
Yeah, that one.
yeah,
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 yeah. I remember that one.
for sure. For
Yeah,
Burden of Proof, Sly Green, Famous, New Streets. Where would I go? One Way Flight. Yeah,
legend.
yeah, yeah. So that one for sure gets a 9. Then you get into the ones everybody can't go.
I'm not gonna lie. With Benny the Butcher, it seemed like everything after Burden of Proof, for me personally, just didn't hit.
I like Tana Talk 4.
I
Uh,
did not.
I like Tana Talk 4. I did not like Everybody Can't Go. No, that was not doing it for me. Summertime Blitz was pretty good. But it was like it felt like an EP to me. Like it just felt like it was just like here's a couple like good songs, but it's like it's not really something that's like a prime showpiece. Like it's just like, hey, here's a couple, not throwaways, but here's a couple of like side projects I had that I'm gonna give y'all. Right. And then he just dropped one with 38 Special. I liked it.
I didn't.
I liked it. I like the back to back gun bars, drug bars. Like I feel like that I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I love listening to drug dealers when I wake up and work out. So that's smooth. But if I look on the other end with Freddie Gibbs, shout out Freddie, Fetty. The only ones I really don't like is really going to be the older ones.
Right. But back then, he was still trying to find his sound.
Yeah,
Everybody's trashing like '05 anyway.
yeah. Separately, really good. You only live
Yeah,
twice. Alfredo,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, in the rap game, Freddie
Also,
overall,
I feel
Freddie.
like Freddie is probably a better performer too. I never seen Benny the Butcher live, but I've seen Freddie Gibbs live, and
So
like, if they had a versus, if they had a versus, I
oh,
think
that
Freddie
versus
sweet.
yeah, I'm for sure taking Freddie. They I saw them both live. So I saw the whole Griselda camp at Coachella. Um, made a joke. You scaring the hoes, 3 or 4s if you're going to see that show, and it was very sparse. And then I saw Freddie Gibbs as well. Freddie Gibbs definitely had the better. It was him and I think it was Madlib. But yeah,
Mm,
they're both there. It was a fire set. So
yeah,
performing, I'll give it to them. Them Griselda, it's real gutter.
it is real good.
It's real gutter.
He also had like a little bit of mass appeal. I think at his last show, he had the girl Clairo playing the tambourine in not the tambourine, I said tambourine triangle in the
Hmm,
back, and
I can see that.
also had her sing one of her songs off her new album. I like Clairo. I like Clairo. It's very like ambient pop type. but not like generic pop. You know what I mean? I can't do the generic pop like the Sabrina Carpenter and the Taylor Swift and all that.
Oh man, yeah, nah,
The
she.
Clairo, no, I can get with Clairo. It's smooth.
I gotta listen to it. I haven't heard any of that.
You should check it out. Her new album was I forgot what the name was, but very solid, very very.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was gonna ask one more question before we go. And just looking at it from, I guess, a business perspective as well. Hip hop media. I feel like hip hop media is such a diverse landscape in itself, really, right? And there's a lot of ways, different ways that people report it. Like Act does a lot of live streaming. Joe Budden podcast, they're more sit down, talk about the topics in depth. Then you got, other people who express their opinions in other ways, whether it be through Twitter, whether it be, through YouTube, whether it be through the radio, like the Breakfast Club. What hip hop media do you follow or subscribe to, and which ones do you think are the best?
I'm glad you asked me that. Personally, I don't subscribe to any of them.
Mm, really?
Yeah, I feel like any hip hop news that I see kind of comes organically from For You page or from like word of mouth. Um, a lot of those platforms I find can be kind of annoying. You know, might be like setting us back a little bit.
Give me an example.
Yeah, Breakfast Club can get annoying. One you didn't mention, but I'm gonna throw DJ Academics.
Hmm.
He he's our age, right?
Is he really? I
Yeah,
feel like he was a
I
40-year-old
know,
man.
I know, right? I thought he was older, but he's our age.
That boy is 33.
You know, he's not on any of that. Why are you over here instigating the Chicago gang war? Why would you tell Lil Durk slide for Vaughn from your computer in your bedroom? Like why would you just wish death upon the black community? I feel like a lot of the hip hop media kind of plays into that because it
Hmm.
gets them their plays, you know.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think we said it last time. Is like these people are removed from it, and so it's like, hey, like I'm like, how you troll on Twitter or you throw shots on Twitter because it's fun, like it's funny, like you don't think of it as this is somebody on the other side of the screen. And I think Tyler the Creator said it best. It was like, how you getting cyberbullied, man? Turn off the turn off the computer, like you are,
Turn off
like,
the computer.
yeah. And so
It really is that easy to just detach, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't like a lot of the personalities in that
mhm,
space. So I would rather just get the news directly from the artists that I follow and that I like.
yeah, I can see it. I like the different perspectives. And I think that you, maybe it's because of who I am, kind of my background is like I'm able to dissociate and have that, like, that understanding of like what is an act, what is being played up, and like what is somebody's actually real life, right? And so like when people like DJ Academics go in on somebody for something, it's like, that's somebody's real life on the other end of that, right? And so he may be the first with the news. Like obviously he was doing all of the Drake and Kendrick, whatever it is, beef, and I was following it, and obviously he was one doing all the breaking. So I'm going to see it through my feed, through other people, whether it is right. So it's interesting to see, and it's also interesting to see how they try to spin the stories, right? And so it's like, why are you trying to spin it this way? It's like, oh, because you're friends with this person. It's like, oh, why are you on the Joe Budden podcast trying to spin it this way? It's like, oh, because you have past beef with Buddy, right? And so it's like, oh, okay, so it's kind of interesting to see how it is. And then also there had just been some great moments because obviously artists try to use these platforms and leverage these platforms to get their music out, to make their own sales, right? And as well as like that attention is that currency, which is the main thing. So people have been doing things for clickbait, or it's just like genuine moments, right? So like when DJ Academics was about to get beat up, right? Basically, like, how do you feel about getting left off bad and bougie? Who got left off? So like those ones like that. Oh yeah, and then yeah, it's really interesting to see how they have been able to monetize on people's attention and kind of play towards people's like, don't you want to be like this? Don't you want to be, like, and it, no, we really talk about politics, but like people think we dumb, right? It's like, hey, Meg the Stallion's over here, Glorilla's over here.
Don't you want to be over here?
Don't you want to be over here on this side? It's like, yo,
Like that's not why.
that's not why. That's like Dave Chappelle said. He was like, what is Ja Rule gonna tell me in a time of crisis? Like, you think I'm
Where is God?
where, where is Ja?
But
Tell me
also,
about it.
going back to your previous point, like I agree with that, but I just feel like music is completely subjective, just like any other form of art, and only the receiver can determine its real value.
Yeah, but
So
it's
like
marketing
I
too,
don't
right?
yeah, it's marketing, but it's like if I already heard it and I like it, I really don't need anybody else's opinion.
Did you see the RDC skit?
Which one? Oh
The
yeah, with the view with the streams. He was like,
the
"Oh yeah, this
streams.
song is fire." He said, "Oh, he got 2,000 views. Turn it off. It's
Turn it
trash."
off. Turn it
Like,
off. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, right? People were
yep,
trying to be, oh, I want to be a sheep. Like it's so weird how people want to be a sheep, but then they claim I'm built different. I, they not like they not like me. They not like. It's like, okay, cool. You
yeah,
sound like everybody else.
everybody else.
You're
One
trying to sound
time,
like everybody else.
there's only one time that I let that influence me, and that I was like, "Wow, I shouldn't have done that." It was relatively recently with YBN in the mirror, right? You know, I like that whole like West Coast like slightly offbeat,
Mhm.
type music. And
Blueface's number one fan.
oh, come on, don't get me started on Blueface. Blueface, like you need like after a while you'll realize that he's not really that offbeat. Like Blueface is like he made up his own rules, truly.
But
But
yeah, go
anyway,
ahead.
that's what I was talking about with YBN Amir, right? So there was this song he put out, I think it was called Dead Wrong, and everybody was clowning it along with that song Soul Train that he dropped. Soul Train was actually horrible. That was a
Mhm.
that song was a disaster. But Dead Wrong, after listening back to it, I like it. And then I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see my thoughts literally put into video form. Whereas this dude over there, doing his West Coast dance, like they tried to tell us it was garbage. This is actually fire. That's it's a the YB and Lemire song. So yeah, I usually don't let outside influences influence me, but
Mhm.
that time I did, and I try to be extra vigilant about it and just try to keep my opinions my own, especially when it comes to art.
Yeah, I also think it's kind of built into our biology, right?
Yeah.
We're inherently like herd animals. So, and also that was like the way that we kept ourselves safe is like
Yep.
going with the pack or going
Hmm.
with the group, right? And not trying to, I guess, be alone in a sense. Um, so, I mean, you have to sometimes find yourself like, oh, like, hey, hold on, wait, this isn't right, or
Yeah.
hey, this isn't what I should be doing. That's
Yep.
why peer pressure is such a thing, especially right where it's like,
Yeah.
hey, are you gonna do this because all your friends said to? Well, maybe. Which friend said it?
Like,
Nah.
which friend said it?
Which friend said it? Man. Oh, one time where peer pressure did me good and did you wrong. Crypto.
Do we have to tell this one?
We have to tell this story because we brought it up. Or I
Like
brought
this
it
is
up.
this is this is real. This is real trauma right here. But
This
I'll do it for you.
this story has to be told about peer pressure. So crypto, relatively new. Um, and Will was like, Darren, you gotta get this coin. You got you gotta get this coin. I forgot what it's called right now.
Safe one.
Safe Moon. You
I'll
gotta
never.
get this. you got to get this coin safe moon. You got to get this coin safe. It's going to the moon. Darren, you got to get this coin safe moon.
And
And
it
when I
was.
tell you,
Keep in mind, we're like watching it go up in real time. Like I'm testing. I'm like, put in $100. An hour later, it's at 150. Okay, let's just drop in all the money. So
so
you want to go or you want me to go?
I'm gonna go. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna tell
go.
it from my perspective, and you can tell me, and I'll let you hop in. So Darren, get in this coin. Darren, Will texted me this. I'm like, bro, this is too complicated. I'm not finna do this right now. No, Darren, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. No, I'm not finna do this. Walk away. A couple days later, Darren, I'm telling you, you gotta get it. All right, Will. He's like,
I was
bro,
sending
just
you
do this.
screenshots. I was sending you screenshots too. That's what got you.
He sent me screenshots. He sent me a tutorial video. He's like, bro, do this. I was like, all right, I'll do it. So it was during the pandemic, so I really had nothing else to do. I just didn't want to, whatever. So he sent it to me. I put some money in this coin. I think I put in like $500 at the time. All right, cool. A little $500, chilling. Next thing, bro, you see what's at now? I'm checking. Oh shoot. Okay, cool. My 500, a little thousand right now, a little thousand. Wow, I'm cool. It's chilling. Cool. Now, the thing about Safe Moon is that if you take your money out, there's like a 10% penalty. So that incentivizes you to stay in. All right, cool. I'm chilling. Next day, I know 2,000, 2,000 off this little 500. Hey, Dad. Hey, you gotta get to this coin with me. He was like, what? Yeah, put me in for 100. All right, cool. Hold on. Next thing you know, this coin is at like $6,000 for me. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Let me pull a little some of this out. Meanwhile, I'm talking about, I'm like, oh, Will, you was right, bro, you was right. You was right, bro. Dog, this is cool, and this is a matter of weeks. I'm not talking months or anything. This is a matter of weeks.
Like
And I was,
we're at most the entire saga was 1 month.
yes, bro. I was like, dang, Will's a genius. I was like, hey man, how do I get more? Just texting back and forth, and because anytime somebody else leaves, you get basically a percentage of what they did. So you just see your coin going up, and I'm like, this is the best idea ever. I don't know who didn't think of this. And at a certain point, I'm just going to let you go ahead. I'm looking at the amounts that Will sending me. He has. I was like, oh, bro, you good? Oh, bro, cash out, bro. It's time to go, bro. The party is over. It's time to
Man,
go.
okay, so like Darren said, this was COVID time. I wasn't doing anything but working. I had my little regular bills. Student loans were paused. I just had money. So I was with another one of my friends. We were putting money into it. I put in like 100, watched it grow real quick, and I was like, let me keep going. Put in 4,000. I put in 4,000. I go on a date. I come back home. I check my phone. It's at 16,000. At this point, at this and like this is like crypto can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But I already knew how to withdraw, so I was like at any point I could just pull out. Spoken like a true gambling addict, and
And you talk about me is crazy.
nah. Okay, so the issue was I flew too close to the sun. I'm not a gambler at all, but I flew way too close to the sun. So at this point, I'm like, let me just put in the whole savings. Worst case scenario, I'll get it back. So I put in like 6,000 more. So now, a couple days later, I watched the 16. I put in 6,000 more. The 20, whatever, goes up to like 42. And I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. What's going on? Keeps going up. A couple days later, the 42 is 70. Keeps going. A couple days later, the 70 is 90.
This
One
time,
one day.
hold
One
on.
day.
At
So
this point, this man is texting me these screenshots like,
I'm
yo,
texting
bro.
screenshots like, hey, I'm so up right now. I'm so up, but I flew too close to the sun. And at the next jump, nobody could tell me anything. So I have another friend who put in around the same amount of money, and we're texting each other like, yo, this is crazy. So one day, a weekday, I go to sleep, I wake up, the 90 is at 180,000. Overnight, $180,000. At this point, I'm like, this is my retirement account. It's gonna go up. It's gonna hit 2 million. I'm gonna withdraw all of it, I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm gonna just be good.
And listen,
So $180,000. Keep in mind, this amount could have cleared all of my debts. I'm talking mortgage, I'm talking student loans, all of it, and I could have had some to spare too. Would have been good right now.
keep
So,
in mind, he is
um,
sending me these text messages, these screenshots, and I'm like, oh, bro, that's crazy. At least take out the initial. Hey, bro, that's
I was,
crazy.
man, nah. Why would I do that? This is my retirement right here. I'm good. It's over. My dad is texting me. He called me. He was like, "Hey, I will send you money right now." He was like, "I will personally give you $5,000 if you just pull out all that money." I was like, "Man, no, it's going to the moon." I flew too close to the sun. That's what it was. I had $180,000, and then a couple days later, the dudes who made the coin safe move went on this little panel at this crypto convention. The presenter starts off his speech like, "Oh, sorry if I mess this up. I'm really high right now." Instantly gets cut in half. The 180, because we're all watching it live. Me and my friends are on the stream watching it. I'm like, oh my god, like for real? That's how you started off? And the things they were saying just didn't make any sense. The 180 went back down to 90, literally in real time in front of my eyes. And I was like, okay, it can't tank this bad, surely. Long story short, um, end of the day, I made it out with my initial investment. I didn't lose any money. I didn't make any money. I flew too close to the sun. Thankfully, I didn't truly get burned because I didn't lose money, but I learned my lesson.
Crazy. And let me tell you, I was a great friend this whole time. I was like, bro, take it out. Bro, take out the money. Bro, take out the money. I was like, hey, listen, I didn't want to be that friend who just like, bro, stop doing this. Stop doing, bro, don't stop doing it. I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you one more time to clear my conscience. Take out the money. You like take out some. I was like, take out half. Just take out half. You'd be cool. It's more than you
He
had
did,
already.
he did say it. He did.
Yeah,
I'll
shit.
give it to him. He did say that. But it's like the situation that we're in. It's like not necessarily struggling. So it's like I said, it was pandemic time. I just had a bunch of income and not many responsibilities. So it wouldn't have been the end of the world if I lost that money anyway. But yes,
But looking back at it, I
looking
bet you
back
wish
at
you
it,
had paid off them student loans, the house. You'd have been up, up, up.
well,
And it's crypto, so that money low key, if you know how to move it, tax free.
at that time, it was. Now they got like more regulations on it and all that. But back then, like 2020, they didn't know what was going on.
Man, put that in that USDC coin and you were straight.
Yep. So right now, I would have just been having free money right now.
Yeah.
I would have just
Wow.
been what just paying the HOA, and that's my bill.
Man. But living we learn. Waiting
What
for the
do
next
we know?
crypto coin. Hey, sent
I don't know. I don't know about crypto. I don't know
sent
about the next crypto.
I am a big crypto guy now, all because of this situation. Um, yes, no. If I just unfortunately didn't pay for all of this house stuff, I would have been capitalizing on this Solana run up and all this other good stuff. Uh, but you live and learn.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Take risks,
That's
guys,
good. That's good. You know,
and be smart.
we ended up sharing one personal story a piece.
Yeah,
Uh,
and we hit the time.
yeah, you had to, maybe bring up my trauma, but it's cool.
It's cool. Listen, black men need therapy.
This is therapy right here, I
This
guess.
is there. If it's not on the basketball court, it's talking to your homies.
That's true. What more do you need?
What more do you need? All right. Well, that's it. That's the pod. We will see you all next week, same time, same
As
place,
always, as
as
always.
always. All right. Peace out.